This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Pete and Sebastian Show. We're back. I'm Pete Correale, as you know, and of course, Sebastian Maniscalco. Bro, what's up? Let's have some fun.
What's up? Let's do this. I've a lot of things on my mind. I'm just going to start with the morning. I put a shirt on, a button-up short sleeve. I'm not a big guy on button-up short sleeves, but I haven't worn this shirt in a while because I couldn't fit into it. So I'm like, I remember this shirt. I brought it out, and I'm walking around with it. And you ever put on a shirt that you've had in the closet for a while, and just you weren't feeling the shirt anymore? Like that luster has just gone by the wayside. And I'd say 5 years ago, I would have muscled through the day with a shirt that I didn't really particularly care for just because I'd get another wear out of it.
Yeah.
But something came over to me today and said, you know what? If I ain't feeling 110% in this thing, it's coming off. So do you got clothes in your closet that are just hanging out, waiting for you to put it on one day, or are you utilizing the entire closet?
It's a great question, and I think the best way I can answer that is with an example. I got this denim shirt, right? Denim, like the one that I think in episode season 2 when you were talking about having the panic attack with your denim shirt on. So like one of those jean kind, and I've never worn it. And Jackie makes me keep it. I keep going to throw it out when I go to clean out the closet. And she's like, keep it. It's nice. Keep it. I go, I never wear it. Bro, this Halloween, me and Sadie used it to make a scarecrow. Filled it with leaves. Put it on the front lawn. Rain, snow. 3 weeks, this thing up there. I take it down. My wife makes me wash it and put it back.
Oh,
I go, not only have I not worn it, it had leaves. It was a scarecrow. This thing is never getting worn. Get over it. Move on from shit that's not getting worn. She doesn't do that. I'm with you, man. And you put it on and what, though? You felt good in it, though? I got to ask.
Oh, no, it's gone. I took it off. Let me touch on that point real quick with the scarecrow. Soon as your shirt or any garment is used for another purpose, a costume, if you use your shirt to have a picnic blanket at the park or whatever, soon as it goes that route, you can never put that shirt on again to wear it for any other reason. Because as soon as like let's say here's one. My wife goes, "Here, could you clean my sunglasses with your shirt?" Right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my shirt is not a towel.
I dried the car once with Sadie's sweatshirt, and then Jackie told me that wasn't supposed to be a rag. Give it back. And I go, I dried the roux with it. Still, she used it again.
Oh,
I'm with you, bro.
I'm sorry. What you use a sweatshirt to wash your car? It's over.
It was a light dry. It was a light dry on a clean car. But no, I'm right there with you. She goes, it's a dirty sweatshirt for when she's playing outside. Yeah. Cleaning it. I gotta say though, I clean my glasses so often with my shirt that I don't even carry that little thing they give you that goes in the glass case. I throw that fucking thing away. I'm always using the corner right down there, guys.
No, bro, go give me that little thing because that's my go-to. I got that little thing in the sunglass case, and that's what I use. I don't wipe off dirty oil or whatever sweat on my shirt. Now I'm gonna have a quarter of my shirt that's dirty. I can't do that, man.
I like the look, the 2 fingers through the shirt, the little rub right there. You ever do this? Like I did it the other night. I decided to take the Windex. I said I'm going full Windex because I take my contacts out at night and wear my glasses. It's like when I'm taking my cape off. And I did a Windex job on the glasses. I had no idea how dirty these things were until I fucking Windexed them, and you're like, oh my God, man. That is that's a once in a while, folks, pull out the Windex and do a hard wipe on the glasses. Now I gotta ask, bro, because my family noticed because by the way, what's left to be on the Weather Channel? You were on everything last week. I mean, oh my God, bro. I mean, my mother-in-law called up and I hear Jackie go, Ma, he's on everything all day. Because she goes, Sebastian's on Good Morning America. But anyway, my family's commenting left and right, friends and family, about the weight drop and how it's looking good. Now, did you pull out this old shirt thinking with a 30-pound weight drop, it might look different on you? Yeah, I know.
It's so old, the shirt. It's lost. It's, you know, we've talked about this before on the cast. There's a life to a shirt. There's a life to it.
Yeah.
And it died. The thing died in the closet, and it couldn't be revived.
But
so
there's also this, though, bro. When you upgrade your body, certain wardrobes, they don't make the cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start looking cooler, now you're looking too good for that fucking rag. You know what I'm saying, man? That's why all of a sudden I started going with all half unbuttoned. I'm like, why am I hiding the fucking hard work and the fucking, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying. When I'm overweight, I'll fucking throw on any old rag. Yeah. What does it matter?
So, I might have to get, this is my reluctancy here. And yeah, we've been on a good track right now, 3 months, weight losses, maintain my weight. I'm reluctant to go and get a couple new items just because I don't want to get them and then gain the weight again. And now I got this stuff sitting back in the closet. So I'm trying to pump the brakes on anything new right now. Not that I'm going to slip, but it is the holiday season.
Yeah, you love your food, bro. You work hard for it. I hear you, man. You don't want to have a whole wardrobe that 3 months from now you're looking at all sad, going maybe again someday, right? So, yeah, by the way, man, you were on a run, right? You were on a lot of shows last week. I heard you did the ESPN football thing. I saw a photo of you of that, but I heard you made all the predictions.
Yeah, so listen, they asked me to do this. Kurt Herbstreit came to one of my shows. He's the guy that's one of the analysts. He's like, you got to come on ESPN Game Day. And I said, yeah, I'll come. I go, I don't know shit about college football, but, you know, I'll come. So they invited me, right?
Nice.
And they give you the picks, right?
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I ain't gonna go up there and act like I know who the hell the wide receiver is, the coach, and
I don't know the
defense,
plays.
the offense.
I just know the teams a little bit. I don't know the individual plays. I'll learn you when you get to the NFL. Yeah. I just don't, man. I wish I did, but there's so many of them.
Yeah, so many, and you know, I go on the show, and basically I'm goofing around on why I'm picking the teams I'm picking. You know, I pick Wisconsin because we went there when we were kids on vacation. You know, I picked Clemson. I like the helmets. I'm going through the whole thing.
Yeah, all right.
Now, first of all, it was an amazing environment. Let me take you through.
Yeah.
Because the last time I went was Ohio State, Oregon. Ohio State lost to Oregon, first game of the year, right? And I went to the game, and it was pretty spectacular. This, Ohio State, Michigan, is arguably one of the best rivals in college football.
That was the one you were at. Holy shit, dude.
So they fly me in. They fly me in from, where was I? Boston. Police escort to the
shit.
To the thing. And we go where they're doing a broadcast outside where everybody's tailgating. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. This is like a sea of blue tents, Michigan, all these people walking around with the blue and this and that. And I'm looking because I'm in the SUV and it's tinted, so I could look out and nobody could look in. And I'm like, where are the students? I'm looking at 50-year-old grown men walking around with Michigan overalls and a Michigan, like, stupid hat or whatever the hell they got.
Yeah.
And a koozie with the beer. Now, I'm all up for, you're interested in a particular team, you want to watch the team win. I get that, right?
Yeah.
It's this level of fandom that boggles my mind. especially when you're in your 50s and you're dressing up to go to a game. You know, like the gear, with the gear on, flags and shit.
What blows me away is when you didn't even go there. You know, you just like I could maybe the alma mater, but yeah, man, I know they get crazy into it, man. They are so
crazy.
Yeah.
So I went on the damn thing, and you got people barking at me afterwards that I didn't prepare. Why? We take these games seriously, and you were First of all, you invite a comedian on a college football show. What the hell you want me to say?
Right.
That the quarterback that they got is injured. He's got a right shoulder. I don't think he's going to be able to pass the big bomb. What do you want me to say?
I didn't see video, but I saw a picture of you. You're in a cool black leather. It's not like you're in a blazer and you know the game. You're a fucking comic hanging out. Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah, but I was trending on Twitter for a bit. People were like ripping me to shreds, saying that how could they have a guy like this as the biggest game of the year, and you have this as the celebrity picker? What the fuck? The other guys are there to make the picks. I'm there to give you a little funny. That's it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So, like, if you said, "Oh, I follow football," then all of a sudden your picks would have been taken more seriously. Come on, man. It's a little humor. No one's got a problem with everybody breakdancing at halftime of the Super Bowl. I mean, what, no one's expecting Bono to go up at halftime and give his prediction for the end of the game.
Yeah,
oh, that's so funny, bro. I didn't know any of that, dude.
Yeah, man. So it was fun. I had a great time. It was improperly dressed. Number one, I got this opportunity while I was on the road, so I didn't have like heavy winter coats and whatnot. I don't know. Every interview I was doing was outside.
I like that. I like the leather. It made it look like I'm not staying for the game. I'm just gonna make you laugh a little bit and back out. All right. I mean, come on. That's the look. Oh, that was great.
That's the look, man. That's the look. So we did that.
Wow.
Flew back to Boston. Like I was in
cool.
8 cities in 9 days last week, bouncing around.
Wow.
So there was a lot of travel and whatnot. I want to get into this security guard the security guard I have, and for the listeners, you well know, I've had a security guard in the past on the road, but it was more like a friend. He acted as a security guard as well as a trainer. And, he was just a guy to kind of get me from point A to point B. But now doing these arenas, you kind of need a guy to work with the local security there in the arena, just in case anything happens, what have you. So I got this guy, right?
What we're talking Whitney Houston in The Bodyguard when she goes to the venue, or Liam Neeson in Taken when he's guarding the girl singer at the beginning of the.
Yeah, it's venue to and from venue, basically.
Wow,
but
dude.
he's with me.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So we were driving. I think we had to drive from New York to Philadelphia, and I wanted to stop at a store, and the security guard, pull up in an SUV. Security guard pops up, lets me out, and then he starts to walk into the store with me. Right? I go, we don't need to be. We don't need I don't need somebody in there shopping with me, right? It's just a little over the top, you know what I'm saying? Like I need them when I need them, and the security of the venue and whatnot. But I'm shopping for gloves, right?
I don't know. I mean, it's the thing. What happens if you got a problem when you're in the glove section, and then all of a sudden you're like, what are you gonna yell out to the car? Come on in. There's an incident.
I never have these types of issues. So I'm looking at the gloves, though.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the gloves in the store, and then I pop my head out, and I just, out of the window, I see the security guard with his hands in front of his, flak jacket hat right by the car, And I'm sitting there going, if you were to walk by, you would think a diplomat was inside. Look. I had a text. I said, get back in the car. The only guy telling his security guard, don't give me any security.
Dude.
Oh, man.
I love it, man. Now does this like this starts when you land, he's there, and boom, we go, right?
He's with me. He's with me from LA, wherever I'm going. He's there.
Wow. That's so cool, bro.
Oh my God, it's a little strange, but so they got that. What else did I want to? So, how was the Thanksgiving? Did we have any issues or problems at the dinner table, or what do you got?
Nah, it was pretty smooth. I mean, I went to my mother's, but I gotta say, as a parent, you ever have these kind of situations yet, where like my mother's got an electric scooter. And she's got this new apartment, and we're all there, and it's a big apartment, you know, but at the end of the day, there's no backyard for these kids. So Sadie was taking the scooter, loading the kids on the back of it, and she was driving up and down my mom's. It's a new building, and my mom's like on the penthouse floor in a long hallway, and she's bugging back and forth with it. Whatever. So a little while later, she's over. I go, what happened? What are you doing, Sadie? Why aren't you doing the scooter? Oh, another aunt, one of her aunts said, shut it down on the scooter. She didn't want them to do it. Now, you ever have that where like, I don't have a problem with it, but another parent had a problem with it? So like I could tell my daughter, don't worry, you can keep using the scooter. But what's the point? Because the other kids can't, because their mom said no. So they're just going to be standing there staring, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Do you do an override?
You know what? If it was something I felt really passionate about that my daughter or son were participating in, I would go, keep doing it. Daddy says it's okay.
Yeah.
Plus that aunt, I don't know what your relationship with that aunt is. If it's one of these aunts that you got a problem with on a regular basis.
No, nothing like that. No, I don't.
Then for sure. You're doing override based on the aunt.
I wanted to do an override, but I don't have a problem with it, so I didn't. And then I got another question, neighbor question. Last week, my father-in-law got me for last year for Christmas this awesome leaf blower. This thing is like unbelievably powerful. So I do my leaves, and in our town, you just blow them in one big pile down in front, and then they come by with a giant vacuum, and they suck them up. And they're unbelievable. They come all the time. It's fantastic. So every time I was doing mine, though, my neighbor next door, they got the kid that plays with my kid. They're good people, but they don't do it. They don't do their leaves. So I do mine, and then I'm in my kitchen, and it's windy, and I'm just watching them blow from their house onto my lawn, just blowing, and it's fucking making me so mad, you know? And Jackie's like, well, you rake them too soon, man. I go, all right, I'll give, but then I do another rake, and it's happening again. So I said, screw it. I go out there. They're not home. And I do a full blow of all their leaves. I mean, even out of the beds, I get it all, the whole front yard. Now, with my blower, granted, it takes me about 35, 40 minutes, done. And then about, I'd say an hour after that, by luck, the town guy came by and sucked up the whole pile. So they come home to a green carpet. Now, it's about a week and a half ago. Is that to you a knock on the door, thank you, or is that say something when I see you? Because I haven't gotten nothing yet. You come home and there's no leaves and you're not asking around.
Not only a knock on the door, but you get sushi delivered.
Hey, listen,
to your house.
If you sent me sushi in this town, I'd be offended. I think you'd have a problem with it. send me fucking chicken wings, guy.
Whatever. You're getting a dinner. You're getting something that signifies my appreciation for the leaf blow. But let me rewind on the story.
Yeah.
Because I'm fascinated with the vacuum cleaner that comes down to pick this stuff up.
Unbelievable.
Let me ask you this. Is that vacuum cleaner, if you owned it yourself, right? Can you vacuum your entire yard with that thing, or is this something that just does piles of leaves? Is there like almost like a wand where you could suck leaves up?
There is a wand, and you could do that, what you're saying, kind of go over the whole yard, but it's just so much easier with this blower to blow them in a huge pile. But I'm talking, I got a pile up to my chest. These guys come out, they take that thing off, it's a big hose, they just, and not only does he suck them up, this is how cool my town is. There's a guy on the left and the right with rakes, just doing a rake job all around as the pile gets smaller till they get the last acorn, man. Oh, God.
Okay, so you're saying it's 40, 45 minutes to do it yourself with the leaf blower?
Man, my neighbor's yard, mine could take me about 3 hours. I got a lot of leaves, man, big maples.
All right, here. Here's the solution here.
Yeah.
Can you go up to these guys and go, listen, give me $100. Could you vacuum my yard?
No, because the vacuum only, that's why you got to put the pile by the edge of the yard, because it's on a truck. So it shoots up into the back. They would have to drive that truck up and down my lawn, man. The vacuum ain't that big. Yeah. By the way, they cast listen this, by the way.
Oh, these guys?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so these guys, if they listen to the cast, do me a favor once you go by Petey's house and you see that you might need a little rake job just on the parkway. Just vacuum the leaves. Just
as you do a drive-by, just do a nice vacuum job.
Ask these guys, listen, is there an extender on this thing where if you want it, you could do my whole yard? I mean, I'm dying to find out, because there's got to be another purpose to this vehicle, not only to just suck leaves up, but we could vacuum your yard if need be.
Well, I know there are vacuums you can buy, smaller versions that actually do that, man. But it's like,
no, I'm not. I'm trying to get you out of the leaves. This 3 hours is a lot of time.
Oh man, no, I like it. It's medicinal, bro. It's like I clears my mind. I'm fucking blowing them. I don't mind. I really don't mind.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that's all right with that. And what the fuck? There was something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember. You're talking about these guys going to those Michigan games. I was playing in Annapolis, fun time, great show, I had a blast. Driving home Sunday, my directions took me through the backwoods of Pennsylvania, and it's deer hunting season. Bro, I'm coming around and I'm seeing these cabins for deer hunting with the fire going, and the hunters all out there, and it's raining and it's muddy. And I'm like, and they're all going back to the cabin because it started raining too much. And now they're just going to sit in there and drink beer and eating shit. Oh, God. I'd rather be on a fucking boat going across the Atlantic in the 1700s than do that.
I thought you said you were going to say that you were inspired to go camping and go out into the wilderness again, seeing these guys. No? You're a camper?
What? Yeah, but deer hunting? Oh, my God. I think if I was going deer hunting, I'd like to catch one before I go, and just put a dead one out there and shoot my gun off and go, I got one. Who would have thought a half hour in? Just take the fucking thing and go home. My father-in-law got one the other day, brought it to the house. I took a selfie with it, man. Big doings.
Does he clean it? He clean it and all that?
He goes, I'll bring it up for a second so he could take a photo. But a lot of guys like to drive around and hanging in a tree to let people. He goes, the longer you take, the gamier it gets. So he takes it right home. He butchers it. He bakes sausage out of it right there at his house. He's got everything he needs.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I can't get mad at the deer hunter, man. I feel like the deer hunter is one of these sports that you're going out there, you're feeding your family, right?
Yeah, I mean, they eat what they kill. They do, but it's they don't starve if they don't get one, though, bro.
Yeah, well, you're not in a football game with a flag, hoping your team wins. I mean, come on, I can't get over it, man.
Hey, man. By the way, yeah,
go ahead.
When I was doing that drive, I had the Tahoe. Long story short, Jackie had me take that. My back starts going out. I feel it going out. Like, remember the time I was doing the cast and I couldn't stand? Bro, I had to find the Walmart pullover. First, I went to Dick's. It wasn't open yet because it was like 7 in the morning. I find the 24-hour Walmart. I got to buy a back brace just to get home. I buy a back brace, and then I got to walk around Walmart for about 45 minutes, loosen it up. A back, bro. It's crazy. And a Tahoe. George Washington was going all over the goddamn place on a horse in the middle of the winter, and I need a back brace for the Tahoe. I got nothing. What are we doing here?
Here,
I'm flailing.
Speaking of backs.
What?
Speaking of backs, I still got this sciatica, right? And we talked off air, and I'm not gonna mention what we talked about this sciatica off air.
Yeah.
All right, that's another story.
Yeah.
But I heard that this Japanese guy does cupping. Did we get into this yet?
You said you were going to do that. Did you do it?
Okay, yeah. Okay, I did it, right? So he comes. I'd say he's about 50 some odd years old, maybe even 55. Comes in. I could tell he doesn't really speak a lot of English, and the English he's speaking is broken. Now, I pride myself on being able to understand foreign people when they speak English. It's a skill I've developed as a kid, hanging out with my grandfather and aunts and uncles who migrated here from Italy, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I'm really keen. It's almost like, when I'm with Lana and a foreigner is talking to us, right?
Yeah.
She don't know what he's saying, and she looks to me like I'm a translator, right? That's how good I am with this stuff.
You just give me a little something to work with, little bits and pieces, and I'll put it together.
I made out 4 words, right?
Yeah.
And then I just like, okay, what he wants is he wants to go down the street and get a cup of coffee, but his wife is inside. You're like, so this guy comes over and
What is he? What nationality?
Japanese.
Oh, see
Japanese.
now, I feel him not being able to speak good English. That means the cupping's going to be even better.
That's exactly what was in my head. I'm like, this guy is concentrating so much on cupping, he's got no time for English.
And his cupping is so good that everybody works around it. Everybody, like, no one even says, you got to learn to speak English to make more business. I'm such a good cupper. You got to learn to hear my broken English. Wow. I'm right there with you, right?
And I got, this guy comes highly recommended.
That's what I'm saying.
So I said, all right. So he lay down and he's doing the cupping. Now, I've had cupping before, but right away, and it's similar to getting a haircut, right? Soon as the guy starts giving you a haircut, I feel you could look at yourself and go, this could be a good haircut. Just the way the guy's clipping you from the get-go.
Right.
Same thing with this cupping. He put a cup on my back and he sucked the skin into the cup, and I was like, wow, I feel like a lot of my skin is in that cup. It hurt.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So he's doing all this cupping, and then he goes, I'm face down on the massage table. He goes, stomach issue. I said, what? Stomach issue. Now, this is so far off my radar.
Right.
That I think he's speaking Japanese, not English, right? Like, is this guy speaking Japanese to me?
I'm hearing stomach.
Good one.
Right?
Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I pieced it together on and like, here's my question. How many times do you say, what? When a foreign guy's speaking to you, like, When do you just go, I'm sorry, I can't understand? How many times do you give the guy?
But when you go, I don't understand, sometimes they don't even understand that you're saying you don't understand. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's a great question. If he keeps coming, if he keeps going, I'm going to keep going. I don't know. So, but this, you can replace this cupping right now with sushi and it still plays out the same. You know what I mean? I want a Japanese guy with broken English. You know what I mean? Comes highly recommended. Even when he's rolling the roll right away, like he's rolling it. So,
So I give him another one the third time. Right? I give him another one because I'm trying to, again, piece it together. Stomach problem. I got stomach problem.
Right.
So, yeah, I piece it together. Do I have stomach issues? That's what he's asking me. So now my head's out of the hole, right?
Uh-huh.
And I go,
oh.
why? Like I'm talking, like he's behind me. I'm talking, why? What are you feeling back there? Hump in back. Like I got a little hump in the back, just from like years of probably texting or sitting in improper seats. I don't have good posture. All right.
Yeah.
Everything's craning forward. So I've developed like a little hump in my back, and he was asking me, based on the hump, did I have any stomach issues? I said no. And he goes to my feet. This is about 15 minutes later. He goes to the feet. Now I got a swollen big toe knuckle on my right foot.
Right.
I've had this for probably the last 3 years. He starts doing this move on the foot. I don't know what he's using. It's almost like it's either a fork or a knife. That's what it feels like. And he's getting in between my feet, and he goes, drinking problem. What? Now, any other guy asked me if I got a drinking problem after feeling my feet, it's gonna be a fight.
What is this like? Is he feeling gout and he's thinking gout is from booze and he's piecing this together?
I go, no, I got no drinking problem. Like the way he was responding, I felt the subtext was, you're lying.
Right.
You're lying.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking to myself, man, is this guy could just feel my kneecap and go, did you go to the bathroom yet? like
Right.
Like any part of my...
He'd do a light rub on the shit and it'd go, I hope you already have kids because you're sterile. And by the way, you don't say they're drinking problem. You ask me if I drink. It's not. I'll decide if it's a problem, and I'm not sharing it with you either. By the way,
didn't mind the fact the guy was Japanese and didn't speak any English.
Yeah,
I didn't care what the hell he said.
Right.
I could if he said, "Are you an alcoholic?" I would have said no, and wouldn't have thought twice about it. Right.
Yeah.
But I did ask him, and I just had him again just now before I came up here to do this.
Oh shit!
This guy was. So I got welts on my back, right?
Yeah.
And some of them are dark red, really dark. I said, if it's dark red, now I don't know if you've ever done this move before. Do you limit your questions when you're talking to a foreign person just because you know that the answer is going to be extremely difficult to dissect? Or what do you do? Like just Google it? I mean,
I just do a dive. I dive, even like I'm ordering food, foreign country, I don't understand them. I'm like, yeah, just whatever. You know, you're trying to keep like, can you hold the da-da-da? And they don't understand. You just got to go full force. You got to trust the guy. What are these, like giant hickeys?
Man, I wish I could show you.
Wow, bro.
I just gonna have to show you.
Yeah, man. Put it. Oh my God, bro! Holy! they look like tennis ball welts or something. Like you got what? Now that's supposed to help the back?
Yeah, it's supposed to help blood flow in the areas that are inflamed. And I don't know the science behind this. I'm not going to sit here and act like I do.
Yeah.
All I know is after this guy leaves, I'm walking again.
Right.
I mean,
Really?
and there's really no pain.
Really?
Yeah, it's the only thing that's really helped. And by the way, I'm going today at 1:30 to my doctor to take a look at the MRI. And thanks for all the listeners, by the way. I know everybody's very, sweet and nice and caring, and they've been offering their suggestions on social media of, sciatic problems that they've had and what has worked and what hasn't. So I appreciate all that, but right now I'm just doing kind of what's working for me. But I got to tell you,
yeah.
and I got to go check the garbage can. But I think what this guy was doing, I felt like there was staplers going into my back. He would go, and then put the cup on, or took the cup off and did it. I don't know in what order he was doing it, but he says it generates blood flow to the area. And I think he was wiping my back off because it was bleeding.
Yeah. Now, when your doctor sees these cupping hickeys, is he down with this, or is he gonna? In his eyes, is this like you may as well be lighting incense and fucking rubbing a pigeon feather on your back?
Well, okay, this is the problem. Not the problem, but when you start using these alternative methods to either cure yourself of a headache or what have you,
Yeah.
and then you go and see someone who practices modern medicine.
Right. They don't teach cupping at John Hopkins.
Anything. Apparently, cupping started in Japan. And again, don't quote me on this, but I think this is what this guy told me.
Right.
So, in my eyes, if it's Japanese, it works.
I'm right there with you. I mean, even if it started in China, I would do a dabble. You know what I'm saying? Even India, these countries have been around a long time. If they've been cupping for years, and it must be working. It must be doing something, right? Now,
I totally agree.
if it started up in St. Louis in like 1997, I mean, But now, you think your doctor's going to go, though? He's going to go, I don't even know what I'm working with because you're recovering from the cups. So I got to wait for a cup recover before I can even get a full... I mean, you got 4 giant fucking things on your back. And isn't that your way of saying, hey, doc, listen, I'm not saying you don't know what you're doing, but I hired a Japanese guy who speaks broken English to suck skin out of my back. No, not that I don't have faith in you.
Oh, God. Yeah. So I got to tell you, the relief has been exponential. And of course, I tell my father this or my mother, whatever. Hey, they're soaking you for all your work. I tell my dad I'm getting a massage.
Right.
Hey, what the fuck you doing that for? I go, I don't know. It feels good. Hey, they keep telling you that.
Well,
so you come back for more. What?
But if you're feeling better after the cups, then the cups are working, man.
Yeah, well,
you got to say to the doctor, why are these cups working? What's going on with the cupping? Can't we make whatever these cuppings are doing full time?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see it. We'll see what this guy says. This is my primary physician. I'm going to him shortly after the cast, so I'll have a story on the primary physician later. I don't know if we covered this last time, but I did a blood panel with him. Oh yeah, I did. I told you. Remember, I had the thing hanging out of my bicep.
Right.
Got those results back. And this is anybody out there struggling weight loss or trying to maintain some type of healthy lifestyle. But believe me, by no means am I a guru at this. I'm just telling you, based on the 3 months that I decided to get my life together when it comes to wellness, losing the 20 pounds, my blood diagram is leaps and bounds from where it was 3 months ago.
Nice.
And that's due to diet and exercise. So once you start seeing these results, once you start seeing, hey, you put your pants on and they're falling off, or hey, your cholesterol is lower, or your red blood count is fantastic, then it's like, all right, then there's the momentum kicks in. So if you're thinking of doing this, I think 2022, everybody's like New Year's Eve, New Year's resolution. I want to lay it. I feel like I'm operating on a premium gasoline, and I was putting 87 into my body.
Well, the ultimate goal, bro, is, and you're there, I'm sure, is the t-shirt on, dangle with no belly. You don't see the belly. There's just a dangle from the chest down.
Yeah, we're almost there. It's still there. But I mean, if I was wearing this shirt 3 months ago, this shirt would literally, there'd be no difference between this level and the belly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to get that chest up, puffed out, where the t-shirt just cascades off your nipples.
Yes. But I listen, man, we go back a ways now, and I got to be honest. So don't start being one of those people, all right, that gets in shape and then starts saying we should all get in shape, all right? If you're on men's, you're gonna be on Men's Health next week. I'm gonna really have a problem with that guy.
No, here's a guy.
What?
I'm not sitting up here saying I'm Tony Robbins by any means, trying to motivate people to do this. I'm just saying, I know we got a lot of listeners out there, and if I could change one life.
Dude, a woman emailed, she gave me a note after a show, and she said, read this later, I don't have it anymore, but her husband had gotten ill, and they couldn't figure it out. They tried everything. We heard the cast where Jackie got the tick bite, and we went to the doctor. It was Lyme disease. We got it in time, and we wouldn't even have thought about it if Jackie and that cast didn't come about. So you're absolutely right, man. Get yourself in shape, people.
Saving lives, bro.
That's it.
Saving lives out of the cast. It's tremendous.
I know. That was unbelievable. Couldn't believe it.
So I want to rewind on the Thanksgiving tip. Did you guys have turkey?
Yeah, of course. What are you? Yeah.
New trend, man. No turkey this year. I gotta tell you. What? Listen. One of the best Thanksgiving dinners I've ever had.
You didn't even have one.
Mussels. My dad made a mussel extravaganza.
Yeah.
With octopus, like a grilled octopus.
Right.
Oh my God, bro! I'm telling you,
this is the problem. This is the problem with immigrant families and inviting them over here. Dad wasn't born over here. He doesn't give a shit about the turkey and the pilgrim and shit. Go with mussels. Sounds fantastic. I gotta be honest with you.
Oh man!
What was it? A mussel? What? Not just straight up mussels?
Mussels in he made a red broth, like a red sauce,
and some pasta.
He made like a white. No pasta. Just sucking mussels right out of the shell.
Oh my!
You ever had that?
That's like an appetizer, right? And you have like 4 or 5 of them, and then you.
Appetizer. I made a meal. I knocked about 43 of them out.
No wonder the Japanese guy was rubbing your toes, thinking he had a drinking problem. He couldn't figure out where all the gout was coming between the fucking toe knuckles. He just assumed it was beer. Oh my God!
I popped up like that.
Literally. Dude, this whole thing on the last cast about I want to live a long time, I'm getting tested, and you're knocking back mussels as the main meal. That's a lot of mussels, man.
That's a lot of mussels.
Man, you love your shellfish, bro.
Oh, bro.
Now, did your dad grow? He grew up on the shore of Italy, right?
Yeah, he grew up right on the ocean there, so it was a big fishing town.
It's in your blood.
It's in the blood. It's in the blood. We're still celebrating Thanksgiving, don't get me wrong. It's just really not what the Pilgrims had. Who knows, man? Maybe they had a pot of mussels on the side that nobody knew about.
It would make sense, man. It probably just didn't sound good for the story, but I'm sure there were mussels there, You're probably right. By the way, once they found pasta, even the Pilgrims stopped doing the fucking turkey on Thanksgiving. Don't kid yourself. We brought that shit back.
Oh, man.
God.
So that's that. God, what else do I got going on here?
Yeah, what I want to say too, you watch it and catch anything on TV worth mentioning? Any new shows, man? I'm like,
any new shows? Yeah, man, I am so tapped out. What I want to see is that Serena Williams, Venus Williams, Will Smith. You see that? It's
No.
The King, something the King. Yeah, it's about basically how Serena and Venus were brought up by their father and how the father predicted they'd be championship tennis players and that whole thing. So it's true, based on a true story. I want to check that out. Do you got the tree up yet?
we do and we don't, all right? I'm playing Boston this weekend, so we usually get a real tree. But we pulled out an old fake one because when we get back, we just want to decorate it. But so last night, Jackie and I put it up, and the lights kept going, frying out. She kept cursing and getting pissed. So we finally get it up, and no decorations on it yet. And it's like, it's weak, it's weak. Sadie doesn't mind because the real trees, the needles and stuff. But my brother's visiting the day after Christmas for like 3 days. I just don't think I can have guests here with a fucking fake tree. So I'm thinking about getting.
Well, you got to get it real, man.
I usually have one, but they're coming with me to Boston, so we wouldn't be able to water it. So and then when we get back, it's going to be too close to Christmas. And Jackie's like, I just want it up. I don't know. I might get a real one. I still haven't figured it out. Are you doing a real one? Or are you doing a?
I don't know. Tomorrow we're supposed to go. Yeah, we're going to do a real one. I think tomorrow we're going to put all this stuff up.
You're not done with shows until Christmas yet, right?
No, man.
Yeah,
this is not really a Christmas for me. This year has been really a tough year as far as getting into the holiday spirit. I missed Halloween. I wasn't with my family for Thanksgiving. This Christmas is going to be a little cockeyed. It's one of these years. It's so screwed up, and I got to tell you, and I know we don't really touch on this, but I had to mention it. When is the story going to come out in the news that the virus has mutated into a virus that no longer is harmful? Or why is every news story that the thing's got 95 spike proteins and then now for what?
But then if you hear though, they say no one's getting sick from it. Even the first woman in Africa who told us about this Omicron. She's like, no one's getting very sick from it, right? So unless that changed, I don't know, but they're just constantly trying to freak us out, dude.
I mean, come on, let us just enjoy the holidays and stop coming out with this news that it's probably here, it's amongst us. I mean, I feel like every 3 or 4 months, the newsroom's going, I don't know. I don't think they're scared enough. Throw this Omicron at them. See what that does.
Dude, I know. It's fucking insane. It's insane.
Unbelievable.
So, what was I going to say? I still, though, I was flying a couple weeks ago to Cleveland, and I felt good because I was out, and I pulled a couple Pete's. And I wanted to tell you about them because it felt like I was getting back to some sense of normalcy. 4:30 in the morning. I have a 5:10 flight, right? So it's 4:30 in the morning. I just got through security, and I'm up to the coffee shop, and there's a guy in front of me stirring his coffee, right? And he's stirring and stirring. So I do a reach around to get a stirrer. I don't even come within a foot of this guy, all right? And no one's wearing masks in this place anyway, so it's not like he was some vax, and it had nothing to do with the virus. I grab my straw and he goes, how about speaking? Maybe saying excuse me. speaking is good. Speaking is what we do to communicate, right? So when he first goes, how about saying speaking or saying thank you? I just ignore him, and I'm over here and I'm stirring. And then he turns to me and he goes, speaking is good. And I'm like, I'm giving you a free pass and you're fucking still coming with this shit. So as I'm doing this, I turn up and I look at him, I go, are you fucking kidding me? You teaching me manners at 4:30 in the morning? And then I go, give it a fucking rest, guy. And I go like that. And I turn on.
Is that beautiful? Is that beautiful?
And he goes, oh, so it's like that then. I see. And I don't look at him, and I just keep pouring. He goes, okay, then. And then he just walks away. And it was like, oh, man, I wanted to say something else, but I'm like, don't say anything else. After you say, give it a fucking rest, guy, you're done. Right? And I'm like, yeah, I can't stand that shit. So then I land, and it's still early. I had such an early thing. This is when I was going to Charlotte. And I land there, and picked a hotel near the airport. It was not safe. It was a rough call. It was a rough call. So I'm in the lobby of this joint, and the lady says my room will be ready in about 20 minutes. So I stand off to the side, and there's like a TV, and there's a kid. He's got to be like, I'd say, when I say kid, like early 20s, froey, like, it looked like one of these computer playing geeky white guys with froey hair, and he's on the hotel computer, right? And I only bring him up because I'm like, I swear to God, I'm like 30 feet across the room from this kid. And my phone's on the table, and I got a little coffee, and I'm kind of looking at the TV, but I'm not even watching. I'm just kind of tired. I'm just sitting there. And this is what I hear. You have to move. Right? I'm looking like that, and I turn around, and it's the kid, and he's looking at me. You got to move. And I go, what? And he goes, I'm trying to put in my password, and I need you to move. So first it was, you got to move. Then it was move. Then I'm trying to put in my password, right? And I go, what? And then he goes, and he sees my phone on the table, and he goes, Oh, I thought you had your phone in your hand. He sees the TV. He goes, you're not looking at me. Forget it. I thought you were recording with the phone. Just forget it. And he turns around, and he goes to his computer. I'm so pissed. I go, hey, kid. I just want you to know I wasn't going to fucking move anywhere. And he goes, nah, yeah, I know. Like, he could tell as he was saying it to me that I wasn't the kind of person that was gonna. And then I'm like, it was just me and him in the lobby. So now I got to go past him to get my key. And I try to break the tension. I go, come on, man, look at your password. I go, I can barely even remember my own half the time. You think I'm gonna lean over and read yours? And then as I walk past him, he goes, oh, sorry. Like that, he goes, oh, sorry. And I go to the front desk, and then I hear him go, not really. I'm not really sorry. Right? Oh. So God. I walk back over to him, and I go, what's your problem? And he goes, well, I go, I'm not even bothering you. I'm watching the TV. You yell at me. Then I don't get mad at you, and then you say sorry, and you're not sorry. I go, what are you, just a little punk? You're just being a little punk? Why are you bothering me? Oh, I don't know. I go, you're just sitting there like a little punk with your dirty, froey hair, fucking loser. I turn around, I went back to the desk. Lady gives me my key, and she says, good for you. Because that's what an asshole this kid was. But I mean, I wasn't even bothering you. I got to stop cursing, though. The minute I drop an F-bomb, I lose my leverage, I should have just said, I wouldn't have moved anyway, kid. I shouldn't have said the effing. Damn it.
You know what though? I have to admit, you get a little vocal and you could tell you're angry. I kind of like the move you pulled at the coffee joint because it sounded like that was direct, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. Vocal. It was cooler. It was definitely cooler. Cooler.
I feel when you start throwing around the FUs and the this and that. You look like a guy who needs, like, he didn't take his medication. I feel like when you go quick and direct, or you know what you even should try next time is a whisper. Just go low with it.
Yeah.
And go, because I think a whisper really starts to scare people. Like loud is where the people go. a guy who's like deranged goes, "You say something?"
I listen. I would agree with you, but I was so thrown that someone like is yelling across the room to not look at your password. Your password. This is the level of man that is coming around the bend. The new version of man looks like the old version of a woman to me. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Even if I thought somebody was looking at my password, I would lean in and like type it closer. You gonna turn around? Yeah. Don't read my numbers. Holy shit.
Oh, I know. That's what people got to worry about nowadays. Getting their password stolen. Come on.
Yeah, but you're right. I could have handled it better. But anyway, I just felt, not only am I feeling better about my act, I'm like, now I'm even angry when I'm traveling again, baby. We're back. And then there was an old lady sleeping next to me on that early flight. This is nuts, right? This really old, very nice lady. And the flight attendant comes over. It's one of those flights that's so early that they don't even turn the lights on yet in the interior of the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Nudges, leans over me, gives her a tap. "Excuse me, miss, your mask, it came down over your nose." And the older woman just gives her a look of like, "Oh, my," and like lifts it up, right? 10 minutes later, that same flight attendant comes down with peanuts and cookies. And now you can pull it down to chew. But 10 minutes ago, the poor lady's sleeping and it's down to here. And oh my God. Crazy, bro. The world is
nuts.
Crazy. I just hope it settles down before our kids are old enough to really remember this shit.
I know, man. It's got to settle down soon. It's got to. Every time I walk out there, it's a freaking nightmare. I mean, I go from one state that no one's even got a mask, and then I come another state and people are walking around with scarves over their head, and it's like, damn.
That's right.
By the way, I got my antibodies back through the roof, bro. Through the roof with the vaccine and getting it.
Yeah.
My doctor said, you got enough antibodies here to last for 3 people. So I'm good on. Here's my question. Could you go out into a store where they, quote unquote, require a mask, and you walk in and they go, put a mask on, and I go, I got an antibody card, and I go, hey, look, I'm fortified. So you start throwing that around?
Dude, I mean, you could eat raw fish indoors in Wuhan right now. That's how protected you are. That's how protected you are. You could vacation in Wuhan if you wanted to. It's unbelievable. I got to get a booster now. My doctor told me I got to get a booster. So I'm booster bound. And yeah, I don't know, bro. You're good to go. How do you even get your antibodies measured? Can I go to my doctor and be like, check, see how many?
Yeah, when they drew the blood, I said, do an antibodies test on it. And they did a test on it, came back, and through the roof.
I liked it. I liked it.
Highly recommend it.
All right.
I gotta go see my doctor.
Good luck.
Thanks to all the cast listeners. We're back. We are back on track here with the holiday season upon us. Just a couple things. I'm going to be in Pittsburgh, Rochester, Buffalo, and Wilkes-Barre this weekend. SebastianLive.com. Next week, Detroit, Cleveland, Chicago. Finishing off the year at Prudential Center, Barclays, Madison Square Garden, Albany, and UBS Center in Long Island. So SebastianLive.com, all your tickets. And what do you got? You got anything?
All right, guys, couple of quick announcements. This weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, December 2nd through 4th, I'll be at Laugh Boston Comedy Club in Boston. Psyched. Then next Saturday night, I'll be in Minneapolis at the Cedar Cultural Center in Minneapolis. I don't know what to expect with that one. We'll see. We'll see if anyone shows. I don't know. And then I'm playing in Sellersville, Pennsylvania at the Sellersville Theater, which is where I did my last special, For Pete's Sake. December 17th, Friday night. They got a beautiful little inn connected to it. I can't wait to have my Christmas beers because it's the last show until the new year. Listen, if you want a cast t-shirt, they're still available at PeteCorreale.com. If you order one by December 10th, I can guarantee you, except if there's a problem with the mailman, I'll get it to you. between the week of December, up until the 17th, like the 10th through the 17th, I'll probably get it to you by Christmas. But by the 10th, definitely. And like I said, by the 17th, probably. Just go to PeteCorreale.com and scroll down. It's one T-shirt, black with the white, says the cast. It's the uni, baby. Loving it and love the support, guys. Thanks for getting them. Also, go to PeteCorreale.com for the newsletter. That's still going on, man. Send that out. Let you guys know what's going on. But now, more importantly, back to the cast.
All right, there you have it. Pete Sebastian Show live coming at you, and we'll see you guys next week.
Good night, man.
Take care.